First, the headlines. India should stop playing divide and rule policy in Manipur, says AMAWOVA. Indian Army and Assam Rifles seize weapons in joint operation across Manipur. National Integration Tour flag in at Imphal. Delhi High Court grants transit bail to man over offensive social media posts on people of Nagaland. A very good afternoon. You're watching ELITETV English News, and this is Heeyai Tongbram giving you the news in details. All Manipur Women's Voluntary Association AMAWOVA today celebrated its 35th Foundation Day at Gandhi Memorial Hall, Imphal. Former Principal of DM College of Arts Professor Dr. Sage Silaramani, President of Leima Merapai B. Apunba, Manipur Soraisam Memcha Leima, and President of All Manipur Women's Voluntary Association AMAWOVA, Y. Kunjarani, attended as main guests. Speaking on the occasion, President of AMAWOVA, Y. Kunjarani, said India has been playing divide and rule policy in the state of Manipur. Moreover, the mindset and thinking of India to the state of Manipur is unfortunate. Those perpetrators sent by them with sophisticated weapons in the state should be finished, and divide and rule policy must be stopped. Kunjarani also mentioned about the role played by the association since 1989, and many branches of the association have been opened at various places. She further said at this critical juncture, all the legislature must refrain from the race occupying the chair of Chief Minister. It is time to be united together, she added. On the other hand, Y. Kunjarani appealed to the people not to indulge in the race of Dakina in the coming Ningol Chakoba.
Makoy amat hoina susunara kanda irandam asi kanana bokona bada asoba thudang lobiyu aduga masing asima akoy irandam Manipur sida laiba Manipur miyang gidamakta akoy nupi khulaina soba thudang lawliba sidasu amobana su hena mangjin thana lobang ngamna ba panazari aduga aikoy si wangang pa matamda yamna section na ngangji tawninge haidana pagtog togumji ngangninge haidana pangangang gumji akoy yamna khanara kanda tawba yaba maikay da sa inasi ay tawning ba pagtog togumji adu laiba akoy nabe bagi tang ohumji akoy culture niwan sako kasi akoy masin hidana dana da kinagi hidana badu topiu iram tamsida thokpa othona akoy amato oina si jana na pabu pagi maridu thambira ka andra sa kausi adu masing asima lanjena tana laiba lilik kendal laiba akoy niyam sina tang leitana magi yumda hanjendri phawbadi aikoy yamna section na mikup na hu chengna iram dam sina na ba konamina si.
A one-day plantation of Uningtho organized jointly by Department of Fisheries, Directorate of Environment and Climate Change, and Luang Sambam United Club was held at Luang Sambam today. The program was held under the supervision of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. As part of the program, spoons, saplings of Uningtho and plastic bottle banks were also distributed. Social worker and wife of Chief Minister N. Biren, Tongbram Heeyai, Director of Fishery Department H. Balkrishna, Director of Environment and Climate Change T. Brajakumar, and many distinguished persons attended the program. Speaking to media person, social worker Heeyai said, Uningtho is a state tree preserving and protection of such tree is very much important. Moreover, under the supervision of Chief Minister N. Biren, the initiative has been taken up and it will definitely help to the green revolution. On the other hand, Heeyai also said fish is one of the favorite dishes in the state. However, the consumption of fish is very high and it cannot be met up by the state's production. Most of the fishes imported from outside are not highly organic. Therefore, the sponges are being distributed to the farmers. She also appealed to the farmers to eat the fish when they are fully grown up.
Honorable CM ki makada uning thauchar si akoi mang hi doraba si amuhanna yokhatna bagi dam ta lekai kuding da satuna u thaba uning thauchar si thaba dagi akoi green reversal oina ba u sangba kano oina ba thaba duga loinana fishery department ke su kano chatminaraga akoi gi nga macha mayam akoi gi mapandai pusaklibang nga mayam se pusalakdana akoigi Manipur sida akoigi pothokse marang kaina phangnabagi damakta akoi pangthokchaba program ni aduna akoi nga macha se thadadana akoigi afaba mapa laina tina chendaba afaba nga har yaudaba organic oiba nga saduna laina tina mayam nga thoknaba soina nga mayam puthoktuna mapandai pusalakpase thingnaba adugi makhada sathajabani.
On the other hand, Director of Environment and Climate Change, Steve Rajakumar, expressed about the characters of Uningthau and why it has to be planted in the state. In the present climatic condition, the importance of Uningthau was described minutely. Moreover, he also told about the distribution plastic bottle bank in detail.
Uningthau masak khangan bai se akhoi tangai pada pandam moira kwai tare loina hairiba uningthau je hora kanda akhoi mangru usek maya ama srina simbo section je uningthau da tangjre hingba kamu se mkhoi amuna halakani haibi thajab song lei aduna uningthau usek halakanda akhoi gi weather gi oiba climate gi oiba duba aing sai gi pyom je amuna sangme porapong ambegi asuba mkhoi mateng pangsilakani hai tare aduga iroina ngasi akhoi na thoksariba plastic bottle bank se masi equina plastic jimpham chan hujek tabana maram marakanda ising sauda yamna awaba mayonaba amadi plastic singsina isi water body tagra kanda water body de lekhra kanda magi degrade tora kanda microplastic wala kanda ngana kaina sarga ngadu bo khu miwe equina musara kanda madugi cancer form torpagi microplastic akoi miwe begi haksang da kidney da kede yoromagi medical science report mayam tore uji ngada microplastic awre je khoi mayam khangro ba khumni hari microplastic singse koina mafam sana ising da mafam sana hujekta badigi water body da plastic na thadar uding ma degrade torokan microplastic form torokana riba adar madu thingna bi pandam da koina anamba koi community level da koi plastic bank se pira kanda koi plastic bottle bank se piraga masam sana hapa kana madu mafam sana hujekta bi pandam koina plastic bottle bank se pija bani
mi amana siraba matam da koi miren sangda mokta leiba matam da dead body du preserve tongna bas da sinari ba du makhaldo kanadagi Andhra dagi Telangana dagi sibuk pusilakna pura pamatanda du tet pura abni na Manipur da cancer gi nabagi sangwang gi sidagi su thoi bane ado karana sai haragadi local da koi yo isidi yamna organic oiba mong du yopuni potyan ka su kam yaude chemical kam thakte but ama pani la ijil pacham yang khaini sidali won mana chani ga yang khai de yole adu gi pachama ga ki khena baduna ayamba lairaba mi singa amuk leira sarne hong badu nga di saning mani sadar dia adam ne koi isada saning mi kanu mudi yawramina koi jinja ama oirabina aduna narak matam dadi lairaba imung ama achau basaina ama sumni ahong nga du saru ba mapani nga du sa aduna yari ngai di koina tawri se isagi koi self sufficient oiba mongda koina puthoi ba nga si khakta koi chajaba du hakchang phaba.
In a series of successful joint operations, Indian Army, Assam Rifles, in collaboration with Manipur Police and other security forces, recovered 11 weapons and warlike stores from both hill and valley regions in the district of Churachandpur, Chandel and Thoubal of Manipur. An intelligence-based operation launched in Churachandpur district on 22 October 2024 by Indian Army in collaboration with the Manipur Police and CRPF in Tharoilok area in Churachandpur district resulted in recovery of stores to include 2 country-made mortar pompi, 1 country-made pistol, grenades, explosives, ammunitions and warlike stores. On the same day, an intelligence-based operation by Assam Rifles and Manipur Police in the general area of Lamjang village near Bongbal village resulted in recovery of 1 .303 rifle, 1 single barrel rifle, ammunition and warlike stores. In Chandel district, Assam Rifles carried out combing operations in areas between Sangkhom and Gunjil village in Chandel district and recovered 1 automatic weapon, 9mm, 2 locally made mortars, pompi, 1 single barrel gun, ammunition and warlike stores. In a similar operation on 23 October 2024, Assam Rifles along with Manipur Police launched a joint search operation in the general area of Kwarok Maring village in Thoubal district and recovered a cage that included 1 9mm country-made pistol and single barrel BRICS loading SBBL gun, 2 grenades, ammunition and warlike stores. The recovered items have been handed over to Manipur Police. The successful recovery of these warlike stores highlights the seamless cooperation between the Indian Army, Assam Rifles and other law enforcement agencies, demonstrating their commitment to ensuring the security and safety of the region. With such operation, the security forces remain committed in their efforts to maintain peace and stability in the area. The National Integration Tour organized under Operation Sadbhavana by the Spare Corps of the Indian Army was successfully conducted from 14 to 23 October 2024 for 9 youth ambassadors from Manipur and culminated in a grand ceremony at Kwerengai, Imphal West District on 23 October 2024. The tour aimed at fostering national unity and promoting cultural understanding was flagged off by the General Officer Commanding GOC of the Red Seal Division on 14 October 2024 in a formal ceremony at Kwerengai, Imphal East, Manipur. Following the flag-off, the youth ambassadors embarked on a journey to Kolkata where they experienced the city's rich cultural heritage and visited prominent Indian Army installations. During their 2-day 14 to 15 October 24 stay in Kolkata, the ambassadors toured the iconic Victoria Memorial, participated in a heritage walk at Fort William and visited Kitchener House, the headquarters of Eastern Command, and the Command Museum of the Indian Army. A key highlight was their interaction with Lieutenant General Ramchandar Tiwari, UYSM AVSM SM, General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Command. The General Officer warmly welcomed the ambassadors and engaged in a comprehensive dialogue with them, encouraging their aspirations and fostering a spirit of unity. After completing the Kolkata phase, the next leg of tour took the youth ambassadors to Tawang, where they visited significant landmarks such as Bomtila, Sela Pass, Sela Lake, Tawang Monastery, Bumla Pass, and the Sangyester So, also known as Madhuri Lake, from 16 to 18 October 2024. They also paid their respects at Nuke Madung War Memorial, Jaswan War Memorial, and the Tawang War Memorial, honoring the brave soldier who laid down their life during the 1962 Indo-China War. The final phase of the tour, beginning on 20 October 2024, took the youth ambassadors to Shillong. There, they visited scenic locations including Dauki Lake, the cleanest lake in Asia, Maulin Nong Village, the cleanest village in Asia, and single-decker living root bridge. They also toured the headquarters of the Director General of Assam Rifles, DGAR, at Shillong. A major highlight of this phase, the ambassadors had the privilege of meeting with C.H. Vijayasankar, the Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, on 22 October 2024. The tour culminated with the group returning to Imphal. They were facilitated by the GOC Red Seal Division at a reception organized at Kwerengai on 23 October 2024. The National Integration Tour provided the youth ambassadors with a unique and invaluable opportunity to engage with the Indian Army and experience India's diverse cultural fabric. These interactions and experiences will leave a lasting impression, helping to build connections and deepen their understanding of India's unity in diversity. The Indian Army, through Operation Sadbhavana, continues its efforts to promote national integration and goodwill across the country, providing today's youth with meaningful opportunities while offering insights into India's rich history and its promising future. In Tinsukia district, another abduction case has been reported from a tea factory located in Jagun. An employee identified as Gautam Basun Matri was abducted by an armed gang during the night. It is suspected that Alpha I, the band outfit, may be involved in the incident. The tea factory is owned by Radha Chetia, a well-known businessman in Jagun. In response to the abduction, police arrived at the scene and initiated an investigation to locate the abducted employee and apprehend those responsible. The Anti-Narcotics Task Force of East Khasi Hills, Meghalaya, apprehended 4 suspected drug traffickers and seized heroin worth thousands of rupees during a raid in Umsosun area on Wednesday evening. Police intercepted the suspects near Sadar Police Station jurisdiction, recovering 19.4 grams of heroin concealed in 2 salt boxes. Those arrested include Suraj Masi, 25, from Punjabi line, along with 3 women from Oakland area, Ultima Khatun, 27, Gulasa Begum, 30, and Jomila Khatun, 28. Officers also seized 5 mobile phones and cash amounting to Rs 81,610, believed to be proceeds from drug sales. The arrest marked the latest success in ANTF's crackdown on narcotics trafficking in Meghalaya's capital region. Police sources say investigations are going to uncover potential links to larger drug networks. And now let's take a short commercial break. Do stay tuned for more.
Takauba amadi Diwali kumaida relief camp teleriba ichilena singna saba polam sing leibiu Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation na nauna branded tauraba sumna khaktagi lupa lising amadagina lising amaka chamri fawada mamal oiba combo gift pack phangbigani masida nimit khuding sizinariba dhup thaumai fi sunanaba kon fengnanaba haksang noinaba sapon final fajaraba bag amada yauri Amaromda State Handloom Expo October 13 dagi November 3 fauba Iboy Amusmang Lila Sanglen da Pangthok Jaragani Manipur Handloom and Handicraft Development Corporation Pauna Bazar na Sinba Mela Sida Numit Khudingi Sizinaba Polam Singi Mathakta Kauna Liwa Ihongi polam sing yauna Manipur gi relief camp lay bechele naw sing nasaba polam kaya ama uchagani mela asibu yengba lakpiyo amadi miyamna relief camp lay bechele naw sing na sem sajari ba polam sing asi laibiduna pungning thogat piyu thona hapiyu haina paujenjari
Mobile furniture na lakliba wedding season asigi anau contemporary wedding set furniture sing puduna lakchari loina na Manipur ihan hanba oina wedding set laibiba matamda 24 karat ki 5 gram ki gold coin free gift oina bizari mayam lengsin biraktuna mobile furniture ki 3rd edition the great wedding sales gold offer asi pre-booking tobiduna khudong jaba salobi ho
offer asi akupa information khambina bai damakta sangai pro da laiba mobile furniture la lengsin biro.
Welcome back, and let's see the further details. Heeding to the request of villagers, Assam Rifles assisted the locals in infrastructure development of the remote village of Tharon in Tamenglong district of Manipur on 22-23 October 2024. The village football ground, a significant center for sports and recluse for the local youth as well as enthusiasts, was upgraded by clearance of debris. The widened ground now will facilitate conduct of local football tournaments, engaging the youth in constructive sports activity. Assam Rifles also help in construction of a drain besides the ground, which will prevent flooding, as well as further aid in containment of waterborne diseases in the area. The locals and village authority extended their gratitude to Assam Rifles for providing thoughtful assistance despite the remoteness of the village. The much-needed infrastructure upgradation provided by the security forces has not only motivated the youth, but also has reinforced their faith and confidence in security forces, the villagers added. The Delhi High Court has granted transit bail for 2 weeks to a man booked for a social media post allegedly inciting communal hatred and disharmony pertaining to the people of Nagaland. The court said that there was nothing in the transcript of the video which prima facie indicates the remarks were made by the applicant solely because the complainant or people of Nagaland belong to a scheduled caste. An FIR was lodged against applicant Akash Tanwar, a resident of Delhi in 2023 in Nagaland under the Indian Penal Code and the SC/ST Act. He was arrested by Nagaland police from the national capital last November. The trial court had refused to grant transit remand to him but instead gave interim bail for 10 days, pending further proceedings. He approached the High Court seeking transit bail to enable him to approach the court of competent jurisdiction in Nagaland. Tanwar also sought quashing of the FIR. The court said the applicant should be afforded the opportunity to seek appropriate remedies before the court having proper territorial and subject matter jurisdiction over the case. The applicant's counsel contended that registration of FIR in Nagaland was an abuse of the legal process and an act of harassment, as he had no connection to the state. It was argued that the FIR was lodged merely because The complainant, who was based in Nagaland, was offended by the content, even though the actions leading to the post took place in Delhi. The Mizoram government's Art and Culture Department on October 23 organized a Bharat Ko Jano program aiming to promote unity and cultural diversity. The program stretches educating citizens about the country's diversity and the significance of the country. The event, which was organized at the joint YMA playground of the Wairengte border town of Mizoram, was held in collaboration with the Northeast Zone Cultural Center, Dimapur, Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Mizoram Governor Dr. Haribabu Kambampati attended the event as the chief guest, while Nagaland Governor La Ganeshan, who is also the chairman of NEZCC, was a special guest of honor. Speaking at the occasion, Governor Kambampati extended gratitude to Nagaland Governor La Ganeshan for initiating border area program and Bharat Ko Jano at Wairengte, which is the gateway to Mizoram and also strategically important in the context of relations with Assam. While mentioning the special responsibility of people of Wairengte town in upholding the spirit of brotherhood and unity, he said that the people residing in the nearby border areas are the torchbearer of the values that Mizoram stands for: peace, honesty and hospitality. Meghalaya's capital Shillong has surpassed Azerbaijan's Baku as the most sought-after destination for Indian travelers in 2025, according to Skyscanner's latest travel trends report. The hill station, often called the Scotland of the East, leads a diverse list of trending destinations that includes Langkawi, Malaysia in the third place. The findings are based on a survey of 1,000 Indian respondents. Travel enthusiasm among Indians remains strong, with 66% planning to increase their trips in the coming year. The report reveals emerging destinations like Tromsø, Norway, Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and Al-Ula, Saudi Arabia, gaining popularity as Indians seek unique experiences. Cost-conscious travelers can find significant savings in Almaty, Kazakhstan, where flight prices have dropped 44%. Jakarta follows with a 27% decrease, while Singapore and Kuala Lumpur both saw 19% reductions. Financial consideration remain crucial, with 65% of respondents prioritizing hotel costs, followed by flight 62% and dining expenses 54%. Despite budget concern, 86% plan to maintain or increase their flight spending in 2025. The report highlights new travel trends, particularly among younger Indians. Nearly half of travelers aged 25 to 34 plan to attend live sports events, with Formula One races driving significant booking spikes. Abu Dhabi saw a 188% increase in bookings before its December race. After extensive repairs, National Highway 10 will reopen on October 25 at 6 a.m. for all vehicles, though with strict weight limits for commercial traffic. The vital route connecting West Bengal's plains to its hills now allow passes under carefully monitoring. Heavy vehicles face a 10 metric ton weight restriction, according to the Executive Engineer of National Highway Division Number 9, West Bengal. The decision reflects a cautious approach to maintaining the highway's stability. Authorities have implemented single-lane traffic at 6 critical points spanning over 40 kilometers, including the busy stretches of Kalijora and Mamkola. These measures aim to prevent congestion and ensure structural safety in vulnerable sections. District officials will oversee traffic management with special attention to enforcing load restrictions and commercial vehicles. A day after announcing the LAC patrolling agreement with China, India confirmed that Prime Minister Modi will have a bilateral meeting with President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Russia's Kazan on Wednesday. This will be the first formal bilateral meeting between the two since Modi hosted C for a bilateral summit in Tamil Nadu in 2019. A joint statement is expected after the meeting. Report Times of India, the confirmation by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri followed remarks by the Chinese Foreign Ministry that Beijing views the development positively and will work with India to implement the solution that both sides have reached. Foreign Minister S.J. Shankar has said on Monday that with the agreement, the two countries had returned to the situation that existed in 2020 and the disengagement process had been completed. Misri said that the agreement entails a return in areas under discussion to situation in 2020 as far as patrolling and grazing activities are concerned. According to the Foreign Secretary, it has to be implemented on the ground and India will strive for arrangements that prevent any border clash. He also said the new agreement was focused on the outstanding issues that emerged in the past few years. Beijing will work with Delhi to implement solutions, says China. We have to focus now on this engagement. The escalation and de-induction of troops will talk about at the right time, said Misri. Here we have another short commercial break. Do stay tuned for more updates.
Diabetes ko loina le hingliba sing tha magi manungda control to bangam le urea creatinine wangbasu tha magi manungda hanthaba ngam le khong hamba nungai te basu numit manga nigi manungda fahan bangam le pile saibadi nungsang na basu chama da chama fahan bangam le cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oi bangam le bp wangbasu tha magi manungda normal oi bangam le fatty liver oi basu tha magi manungda fagat han bangam le pumnamak natural oi ba hidak makhalna laing jabani hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite makhata na hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi hena kupa parol gi damak ngasimak langsin birau diabetes hospital soibam leikai ayangpali road opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Sciences, Pangai, Imphal East District, opposite to Manipur Police Training Center, MPTC, Heeyai Institute AC.
Government private hospitals in the clinical exposed to cooking,
affiliated to Manipur University and then recognized by Pharmacy Council of India and then Indian Nursing Council, Masung MNC Manipur Nursing Council. Institute asida fangiba facility sing adadi separate boys and girls hostel, transport facility, amasung 12 hours library facility.
Approved by Ministry of HRD, New Delhi, Government of India.
Start talk with Jitni Wombada, Mayamutara Mokchari.
Angang singse panik setningam de mara yam sengna harwa da khoi matam da so panik se pa haiti ka harwa samna style gi type da jana ba do adu gi do numa di sik thugai na khanjai ban ai angang ngai da luhong bagi sai se luhong bagi sai su bu bong na pu birame artist khodi maksu audience khodi maksu khoi manipur se amna pe nushitana na leimina se mi amana power pa mi amana kitang mayon chong po hor bu matam da hadi nushiraga di ka da mi mang da ngang doino hai baina.
Welcome back and let's see the further details. A huge explosion outside the headquarters of Turkey's aerospace industries near Ankara left a number of people dead and injured. Turkey's Interior Minister said Wednesday, describing it as a terrorist attack, reports NDTV. A terrorist attack was carried out against the Turkey's aerospace industries. Unfortunately, we have martyrs and injured people, Ali Yerlikaya wrote on X. Local media broadcast footage showing clouds of smoke and a large fire raging at the site in Karamanjan Kajan, a small town some 40 kilometers 25 miles north of Ankara. Haberturk TV said there was an ongoing hostage situation without giving further details, while the private NTV television spoke of gunshot after the blast, which took place around 4 p.m. There was no immediate claim for the attack, but the Justice Minister said an investigation had been opened. NTV spoke of a suicide attack, saying a group of terrorists had burst into Thai's headquarters and one of them blew themselves up. Images shown by Haberturk suggested one attacker was a woman, while Sabah newspaper published a CCTV image from cameras at the building's entrance of a black-clad young man with a mustache carrying a rucksack and what appeared to be an assault rifle. The attack drew condemnation from Transport Minister Abdul Qadir Uraloglu, as well as the opposition leader Ozgur Ozel, who leads the CHP. I condemn the terrorist attack against TAI facilities in Karamanjakan. I condemn terrorism no matter who or where it comes from, Ozel wrote on X. Israel said Tuesday that one of its airstrikes outside Beirut earlier in the month killed a Hezbollah official widely expected to have replaced the militant group's longtime leader, who was killed by an Israeli airstrike in September. There was no immediate confirmation from Hezbollah about the fate of Hassan Safieddine, a powerful cleric who was expected to succeed Hassan Nasrallah, one of the group founders. Safieddine, who killed in early October in a strike that also killed 25 other Hezbollah leaders, according to Israel, whose airstrike in southern Lebanon in recent months have killed many of Hezbollah's top leaders, leaving the group in disarray. Last week, Israel killed the top leaders of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, during a battle in Gaza. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said during a trip to Israel that leaders there should capitalize on Sinwar's death as an opportunity to end the war in Gaza and secure the release of hostages taken during the deadly Hamas attack that started the war. Blinken also stressed the need for Israel to do more to help increase the flow of humanitarian aid to Palestinians. India supports dialogue and diplomacy and not war, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said at the BRICS summit here on Wednesday, in an unambiguous message calling the resolution of the Russia-Ukraine conflict through peaceful negotiation. In his address, Modi flagged concern over pressing challenges such as wars, economic uncertainty, climate change and terrorism, and said the BRICS can play a positive role to take the world in the right path. We support dialogue and diplomacy, not war. And just as we were able to overcome a challenge like COVID together, we are certainly able to create new opportunities to ensure a secure, strong and prosperous future for future generations, he said. The summit was attended by top leaders of BRICS nations, including Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. The Prime Minister also batted for concerted global efforts to deal with terrorism and that there must not be any double standards in fighting the menace. In order to counter terrorism and terror financing, we need the single-minded, firm support of all. There is no place for double standards on this serious matter. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Before we close, let's see the top news headlines once again. India should stop playing divide and rule policy in Manipur, says AMAWOVA. Indian Army and Assam Rifles seize weapons in joint operation across Manipur. National Integration Tour flagged in at Imphal. And Delhi High Court grants transit bail to man over offensive social media posts on people of Nagaland. That's all for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us and keep watching ELITETV English News. And for more updates, please do join us in 6 p.m. News Bulletin. Have a good day.